Ninja, Super Jack's to be back on the program, bringing the hugest dongs of the week to the best baseball fans on the planet. The show needs a little more hitting, and I figured no better way to honor the other side of the ball than to bring back all hitters' favorite segment. That's right, Ninja. I'm going to start it off here with a really easy transition for you for a pitcher here that happens to hit the president of the Pitchers Who Rake Club, Shohei Ohtani, with this smack. Next up is Mike Zunino for smashing this dong. But notice, Zunino's not batting. Instead, he smashed Akil Baddoo's dong the old-fashioned way. Just a brutal way to get thrown out at second, getting first pegged directly in the dick. Next, we got Adam Duvall and the Red Sox, and if you know anything about me, which just about nobody does, I'm a Red Sox fan, and Duvall makes the Orioles pay here after just a hideous mishap in the outfield. Directly next batter, Duvall hits a walk-off dong, the best kind. Which brings us to the long dong of the week, which goes to the artist formerly known as Mike Stanton. The king of exit velo himself absolutely punishes this ball. And that's your dong of the week. Ninja back at it again with some incredible dongs. Starting off here with Ryan Mountcastle, and he blasts this ball 421. Sensational catch by this guy, he loves it. But this might not be the long dong of the week, but it's being featured because it's the dong bong of the week. That's right, Ninja. He immediately hits the homer hose like he's Frank the Tank. And I got boots on the ground down there. I have official word that is real beer that they're using. The Orioles are just getting pounded during the games. Then later in the game, up comes Rushman. He blasts one. And right when he gets the dugout, he also pummels the funnel like he's Phil Grundle. But the long dong of the week goes to Franimal the Animal Reyes. Oh. He blasts this ball 455 all the way to Stuttgart. And just enjoys himself around the bases here. That's your dong of the week. We're going to start with Jack Sawinski, who says, "You're going to bring in Danny Trejo to throw me a 59-mile-per-hour meatball? I'm going to bring the noise and put it 461 away off the upper deck." Jack Sawinski, by the way, with a phenomenal home run name, might have the new crown ever since Johnny Dickshot retired in 1945. Next, we're going to head over to the Inner Harbor and honor Ryan Mountcastle for being the first person ever to make consecutive appearances on Dong of the Week. Last episode, he was featured for going yard and aggressively following up with the homer hose. And here he hits a 3-run tank, respectable 417 feet for his 5th RBI of the game. But then in his next at-bat, he hits a 456-foot grand slam for his 9th RBI of the game. Ninja, thank God the Orioles don't have an RBI hose, or Mountcastle's BAC would be higher than Luis Arias's batting average. Now, before we get into the best 4 baggers of the week, I gotta take it back to last week, because I missed a big one, and I was dong-shamed, and rightfully so. Because I failed to mention Jared Kelenich's 482-foot atom bomb shown here. It was the second largest dong of the season. That needs to be honored. Now moving on, we're picking it back up with the reigning champ of homer names, Jack Sawinski, who was featured last week's segment with this 461-foot big fly. But he's honored here because he followed this up with 2 more jacks, having three consecutive jacks. But then I found myself doing dong research and realized Sawinski's the guy who hit 3 dongs last year, including a walk-off homer on Father's Day in front of his dad right after getting called up. Just an unreal story. Here we're going to go to the relatable non-dong of the week, and that's Cody Bellinger here. Little known fact about Belly, hates pop-ups. Next we have a shot from the brutal home run dictator himself, Rodolfo Castro, with this 458-foot blast. Now, 458 is actually tied for the longest dong of the week, but I am going to give the tiebreaker to the guy who did not kind of pop it up in a windy Coors Field. And that's Sam Hilliard, a.k.a. Sam Hilliard, with his 458-footer, 114.8 off the bat, for his 2nd home run in the game, and the first one was also over 400 feet. So that's your dong of the week. Ninja, back at it again with the dongs of the week. And for these dongs, we're going to start it off south of the border. Everyone knows about Coors Field. The high elevation causes deep jacks. Well, it doesn't hold a candle to Tecate Field in Mexico City, where pitchers go to die. Ninja, there were 11 bombs in this game, 4 of the longest 15 of the year, including this one from Lamont Wade Jr., 479, just pulverized. Speaking of pulverizing the ball, Brandon Crawford took this one 482, which is the third longest dong of the year. Again, we're not going to dong shame him for it being in Mexico City. It was a nuke. But finally, the long dong of the week goes to Ronald Acuna Jr. Now, the official measurement for this ball is 448 feet. Something seemed fishy about this being 448. So I had our dong department conduct an independent investigation, and turns out my suspicions were correct. This ball was actually hit 520. And that's your dong. I start off this week with, dare I say, Aaron Judge's controversial dong here.
That's what he's looking at.
Yeah. What is that?
Where's he looking?
Where is he looking? And he did it more than once.
Yeah. It's really, really unusual.
You don't want to go, throwing allegations around without knowing, but. And he pummeled it.
It seems like the Jays announcers were onto something here, as Judge lambasted this ball 462 for his new friend. Next, we're on to Jorge Soler, who hit this ball so hard it reminded me of when Kenny Mayne used to say, "Get this man the finest meats and cheeses in all the land." Just an egregious home run call for an egregious home run. But the long dong of the week goes to Ronald Acuna Jr., who's been just hitting the dick skin off the ball. Crushes this ball 470. He hit one 454 last night. He's got one over 440 for the last 5 weeks. He's a long dong legend. And that's your dong. We're actually going to start off with the hump of the week, and that goes to Pete Alonso. Moving down to the Trop in Tampa, we got Dalton Varsho hammering this 446, and we're going to the Stingray tank. Oh, and it's over. An absolute nuke from Varsho. Now, the obligatory Ronald Acuna long dong of the week. 6 weeks in a row, he's got a jack over 440. This one, 455, tied for the long dong of the week. But because I'm frankly just sick of giving it to Acuna, I'm giving it to Jared Kelenic for his 455 blast here. Guy has unbelievable hair. I don't know if it's frosted tips or all natch, but he looks absolutely incredible, and so does his dong this week. And that's your dong of the week. We're going to start with Vladdy Jr., who gets embarrassed here with this absolute piñata hack. And you can see he's ashamed of himself. And on his next time up, he's clearly out for blood, and boy does he get it. This is 111.5 off the bat. And you might think this is the hardest dong of the week, but it isn't. That honor goes to Ryan Jeffers for this 117.4 off the bat. There's line drives, and then there's frozen ropes, and then there's whatever the hell this is. Oh my God. Jeffers' thirst for blood knows no bounds. Next, we're going to go to Austin Riley for a pair of 450-plus dongs. He hits this 459 and follows it up with another that goes 458. But the long dong of the week goes to Matt Olson for this 464-foot bomb. He also wasn't done with another pair of dongs over 900 feet, with this one that's 445. Between these guys and Acuna, the Braves are putting beatdowns on balls that we haven't seen the likes of since Jose Canseco and the GOAT himself, Mark McGwire, were injecting each other's foreheads with roids in between at-bats. That's your dong. This week we're going to start off yet again with the long dong legend, Ronald Acuna. And let me tell you something, guys. I don't feature Acuna here almost every single week because I want to. I do it because I have to. Next, we're going down to the south side. We got Mike Trout here hitting this ball 476. Yeah, there are some reports that it was 461, but over at Long Dong in the week, we don't care for those. Trout smashes this ball, and 2 innings later, his boy Shohei comes up and hits this one 425. But he's not getting on Long Dong of the week for hitting 425. He's getting the Long Dong of the week because he hit this ball 478. Oh, man! Shohei's longest of the year. And it's nice to see Mike and Shohei hitting a bunch of dongs in the same game while we still can. Lance isn't psyched about it. That's your dong of the week. That's right. Welcome back to Dong of the Week, the one part of the Pitching Ninja show where hitters don't look like complete jackasses. And never mind, we're going to start off with a pitcher here. Shohei Ohtani jacks this ball 459 and then pimps it like Fernando Tatis Jr. in a AAA game. But Shohei wasn't done. He actually, here in the 12th inning, essentially hits the game-winning home run. It's just an epic display of jacks by Shohei. Next, we're going over to the set of Point Break in the 50-year storm, where Ryan McMahon hits this ball, ties it up in the bottom of the ninth, gets good wood on it, and then right after this, the game was postponed forever. And then they come back, and Nolan Jones ends the game with this 472-foot walk-off, the longest walk-off home run in the StatCast era. This is only like his 100th career at bat, by the way. But this is not the Long Dong of the Week. The Long Dong of the Week goes right back to Nolan Jones for this 483-foot plunk. Might there be a very small asterisk next to these double dongs from Jones because they took place at Coors Field? No. And that's your Dong of the Week. And I regret to inform you, but we're starting off again with Ronald Acuna Jr. He gets this middle meatball, and some people try and put this just over the fence. He crunches it dead center, 461. The Long Dong legend has been on this list like 8 weeks already this year. It's insane. Next, we're going to the Bay, where Mike Yastrzemski hits the best kind of dong, and that's a walk-off dong. Right in McCubby Cove, a.k.a. Barry's Bay, a.k.a. the Ponte Padre Tears. It was Mike's second of the day. And speaking of double dong days, we're going to Darno with the Long Dong of the Week. Pretty sure Darno had a corked bat on this one, putting it 474 away. His first one was no cheapie either, at 433. Which, if you do the math, that's over 900 feet of dong. You know that's going to get you Dong of the Week every time. But this 474 piping, Dong of the Week. We're going to kick it off here with Big Tuna Mike Trout. Cast this ball 451. You know, he might have been ice cold for last month, but you can't go ice fishing without some ice. Next, we're moving on to his boy Shohei. These technically weren't back-to-back, considering they took place in different games altogether. But Shohei parks this one about 433 away. He had absolutely no business getting this ball egregiously inside, and Freeland knows that. But nobody knows it more than Matt Vasgersian, who absolutely loses his mind on this unbelievable play.
Wow, that wasn't even a strike! Oh my goodness! Oh my! Come on!
But the Dong of the Week goes to Byron Buxton. Garza throws him this middle meatball, and he says, "Get the buck out of here with that." And next at bat, he comes up, gets another meatball, says, "Walter, how about you go buck yourself too?" It's this one 465 for a double dong. That's your Dong of the Week.
We're going to kick it off here with Sean Murphy, who absolutely unleashes on this 459-foot Irish car bomb.
Acuna here showing off his patented dong goggles. Next, we're going to slide over to Oakland for a classic off-the-wall Donaldson pimp job. Although this one makes it past the wall and actually goes 472. Didn't know Donaldson still had that power in him, but he certainly did.
But as if there was ever any doubt, the Dong of the Week goes to the god of sport himself, Shohei Ohtani, for the Dong of the Year so far, 493 feet. He also put this one 454. I think we should check this man's bat for titanium. Shohei on another planet, and that's your Dong.